Inconsistent aim is actually very easy to fix, but you're overcomplicating it. Being unstoppable one day and then playing like a drone the next isn't because of your genetics, not aim training long enough, or whatever other excuse you've been making. It's simply because you aren't giving your brain a reason to improve anything, and once you understand the three things actually happening in your brain and body when you aim, fixing it is almost mechanical. To erase these inconsistencies, you'll have to start treating your hands and eyes like they're a piece of high-performance software. This means optimizing specific parts of the neural process of aiming through isolating proven deficits from data, triggering acute cognitive friction, and exploiting biological consolidation phases. Aim is simply a bunch of independent mechanical subsystems fused together. While it's easy to look at your rank on something like the voltaic benchmarks and equate it to how theoretically good your aim should be, it completely misses one of the greatest uses of any benchmark, a diagnosis tool for exposing asymmetric mechanical weaknesses regardless of your rank. For example, your static clicking may be amazing, but then your reactive tracking is utterly disappointing, and trust me, you will see and feel that in-game. What this means is that your deficiency in reactive tracking prevents you from tracking fast-moving targets, causing you to overflick and panic. So if asymmetry is the diagnosis, here's where most people get the treatment wrong. Before you open your aim trainer and start playing your weak aim categories until your hand falls off, you need to understand the difference between a warm-up and a practice routine. A warm-up doesn't build skill. All it does is prepare you for the game by increasing blood flow to your muscles and getting your neuromuscular system firing correctly, and it should typically be no longer than 15 minutes. A practice routine is the complete opposite. It's immediate, intentional, high-speed failure, and that failure is the point. Missing shots you're not quite fast enough for creates cognitive friction, and that friction is the actual signal your brain needs to wrap the neurons involved in that movement in something called myelin. Myelin is what makes a signal travel faster down a neuron, and it's the same process a pro golfer swing or a pro tennis player serve relies on to feel automatic instead of manually calculated. Without that friction, no myelin gets built and your aim stagnates exactly where it is right now. So now, after a few weeks of that friction, you've seen that your progress has flatlined. Don't panic and rush to change anything. You're simply experiencing the biological consolidation phase. This is a necessary break where your brain organizes and hardwires your newly trained skills into your neural pathways, the same way a night of sleep consolidates what you studied that day. Changing your sensitivity here throws out the exact reps your brain is in the middle of filing away. While you wait this out, there's a second lever that you can pull, where your attention actually sits while you're aiming. If you're thinking about your grip, your DPI, or staring directly at your own crosshair, that's internal focus, and it's proven to make your hand movements stiffer and less accurate under pressure. This is true for real-world athletes too, which is why a pro basketball player is coached to focus on the rim, not their own wrist form during a free throw. The fix is external focus. Lock your eyes onto the target itself and the direction it's moving, not your crosshair. Your hand already knows where the crosshair is. Let it do that job on its own while your focus stays entirely on the target. So, as a recap, here's how you permanently shatter your aim plateau. First, audit your aim using the voltaic benchmarks to find your actual weak aim categories. Second, create clear, distinct playlists for warming up and practicing those specific aim categories in your aim trainer, and make sure your practice routine is actually hard enough to make you fail. Third, respect the biological consolidation phase, don't touch your sensitivity, and keep your focus external, locked onto the target instead of your own crosshair. This method moves away from mindlessly playing a generalized or pro player's routine and targets the specific mental blocks that are actually hindering your aim. If you guys want more videos breaking down competitive Fortnite and improving at the game, make sure to subscribe. And if you want to see a video on how to properly build and structure a practice routine, let me know in the comments.